Welcome to today's deep dive. So you know that flawlessly synced 4K video you watch at a sports stadium?
Oh, yeah. The giant screens.
Right. Well, it actually relies on a piece of technology that sounds like, I don't know, a classified spaceship part.
It really does.
Today, we're looking at this highly technical product page from HDTV Supply. It's for a device called the AJA 12G-AM-R-ST,
Rolls right off the tongue, right?
doesn't it? Our mission today is to decode the intense jargon of this $1,235 Pro AV device and really show you the invisible infrastructure powering the media you consume every single day.
Because, the gap between you hitting play and actually seeing that pristine 4K video, it's bridged by some incredibly complex, unglamorous black boxes.
Okay, let's unpack this. I like to think of this device as a really high-speed, high-stakes traffic cop, just perfectly merging these audio and video highways.
That's a great way to look at it.
But let's tackle this alphabet soup right away, because the full name is literally the 12G-SDI 8-channel AES Embedder/Disembedder with ST Fiber Rx SFP. Wow. Yeah, that is aggressively technical. Like, what are we actually looking at here in practice?
I know. It's intimidating. Let's break it down. 12G simply means it's pushing 12 gigabits of data per second.
Which is huge.
Right. It's that massive data pipe you need for uncompressed 4K video. And then SDI is Serial Digital Interface, basically the professional broadcast standard for transmitting that video.
Okay. And the AES part?
That refers to the Audio Engineering Society's standard for digital audio. It handles up to 8 channels of it, usually through an included XLR breakout cable.
Okay, so it handles heavy-duty video and audio data. But what exactly is an embedder-disembedder? Because initially I pictured it just merging audio and video tracks together, like streams of cars merging onto a highway.
Well, what's fascinating here is that it's actually a lot cleverer than that. Cars merging, they drive next to each other on the pavement, right?
Right.
Embedding audio into an SDI signal is more like perfectly packing audio luggage into the empty trunks of the video cars.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and while they are speeding down the highway at 12 gigabits a second, it hides those audio channels inside the invisible empty spaces of the video signal itself.
Wow.
They're called blanking intervals. It either injects the audio in or strips it out.
Wait, it hides the audio inside the video's empty spaces. That is an incredible engineering trick. But how does it keep up with different types of video feeds? The source mentions it doesn't need a human to manually program it.
Exactly. It acts as a universal translator. It essentially reads the digital room. Every video signal has a header. Think of it as a tiny data packet at the very front.
Like a name tag.
Yeah, announcing, "Hi, I'm a 4K signal at 60 frames per second." The AJA device reads that in real time and instantly configures itself.
So no manual switch is required at all?
None. It just auto-detects.
Okay, but if this thing is handling 12 gigabits of data a second, standard copper cables are going to choke on that over long distances, right? Is that where the fiber component comes in?
Exactly. Pushing a 12G electrical signal through a copper cable creates physical resistance. It degrades the signal fast. You'd lose pixels, or the whole image would just
Drop out entirely.
Yeah, drop out over a long stadium run. So fiber optics solve this by converting that data into pulses of light.
Oh, because light doesn't have that friction.
Right. So you can shoot massive 4K video highways across miles of cabling with zero quality loss. The RX SFP just means it's acting as the receiver for that light.
Okay, so in theory, it's this genius box of light and hidden data. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you look at the actual customer reviews on the source page, you see the real-world friction.
Oh, the reviews are quite telling.
Yeah, like there's a review from Mike P. He's dealing with this incredibly complex setup for foyer displays. And he's super frustrated because he has to constantly perform manual reboots.
Right, because he can't just easily control the whole system from his iPad.
Exactly. And he even mentioned a LAN camera that just auto-deletes itself. And then there's Prasad R., who experienced this brutal 10-day, just to find out a product wasn't even being manufactured anymore.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, Mike and Prasad's headaches perfectly illustrate the tension in professional AV right now.
Because everyone just wants it to work.
Right. As consumers, you expect everything to be plug and play. But the reality of managing these networks is that you are constantly bridging highly specialized broadcast hardware with standard, sometimes clunky IT networks.
So when one piece of the puzzle miscommunicates, the whole invisible infrastructure suddenly requires a very unglamorous manual reboot.
Precisely. It is incredibly complex to keep these systems talking flawlessly.
So what does this all mean? Well, the next time you marvel at a crisp, stadium screen or perfectly synced live broadcast. Remember, you're actually looking at the hard work of hidden, highly complex devices like this AJA converter.
Silently packing that audio luggage at the speed of light. But, this raises an important question for you to mull over. If you look at the HDTV Supply menu, they already list categories for 8K HDMI
Oh,
products.
wow, 8K.
Yeah, and as our demand for extreme resolutions like 8K grows, the data required quadruples. At what point does the hidden physical infrastructure, the cabling required to merge these massive signals, become just too complex and delicate for humans to manage manually?